Shalom, shalom. I don't give all honor and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, upon us to the elders, apostles, great millstone, for teaching us the truth of sincerity, salutation to the hopeful light that spread at the four corners of the earth. All right, so the title of this lesson will be Two-Thirds Your Idol Worship is coming to an end. Okay, two-thirds your idol worship is coming to an end. And what I mean by two-thirds, I mean by the our people's Israelites, the so-called Native Americans, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Haitians, Dominicans, okay, that are not in this truth, right? That is mocking and scoffing, right, and walking their lust, walking in their flesh, okay, worshiping these different idols, celebrating these different pagan holidays, okay, you know, their idol worship is coming to an end, right? You know, we're coming in some times where, you know, Isaiah 2:17 is gonna be fulfilled. Okay, Isaiah 2:17, right? Um, Isaiah chapter 2:17 reads, "In the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, in the haughtiness of man shall be made low, and the Lord Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day." Okay, so we're coming in a time, and the subheading is a day of reckoning coming, right? A day of reckoning is coming. Okay, so in the Lord alone, in the Lord Yahweh Bashem alone should be exalted in that day, right? Because when they realize that they can celebrate their different holidays no more, they can worship their different gods no more, and then that they don't realize who the true Lord is, who they don't realize that that so-called Jesus Christ has been worshipped for the rest of basically for the rest of their life. That so-called Jesus Christ, you know, that was an idol, right? That was a idolatry idol, right? They were worshiping an idol. Okay, and we all are guilty of that, but the Lord open our spiritual eyesight to see that Jesus Christ, was an idol. Okay, so but again, a day of reckoning is coming where all people, no matter if you're, all people is going to know, even if you're, no matter what nation you're in, no matter what continent you're on, all people are going to see the Lord coming. All eyes will see. Okay, and the Lord alone, Yahweh, should be exalted that day. So continue from the top again. In the loftiness of man should be bowed down. Okay, let me get that word loftiness. Okay, because these people, they are very proud. Okay, those who are proud. Okay, lofty. They are very proud. They're too busy on focusing on themselves. There's a lot of self pride, right? It's all about me. Okay, like I edited apostle. About to say people. A lot of people got that all about me spirit on them. Okay, and the haughtiness of men should be made low. Okay, they're basically going to they're going to the same thing. Haughtiness is basically going back to pride. Um, Haughtiness, lofty, right? Basically saying that they're proud. They proud. You know, you know, their pride is going to be brought low, right? The arrogant spirit is going to be brought low. Okay, and the idols he should utterly abolish. So the Lord is coming. The Lord Yahweh, he's coming back to make a burnt, have a burnt into your idol worship. He come back to end all your idol worship, right? The title of the lesson, your idol, to judge your idol worship will come to end. That's what Yahweh says I coming to do. He coming to make an end to your idol worship. Okay. And when you go to the word idol, it means It goes like worthless or false gods. Okay, so false gods, gods that doesn't have no power. Okay, our people worship our people depend on, our people worship and depend on anything except Yahweh. Okay, anything can be a god. You know, anything can be a god. All right, and I think Brother Yawan, he went into that on one of his lessons about that a god doesn't have to be you can make you make basically he went to that you make what you put your trust in and what you put your where you put your livelihood in, that's your god, right? For example, your phone, right? People put their livelihood and they trust on their phone, right, to protect them, to save them. Okay, that can be a god, right? um so NFT idols will completely disappear, right? Because that's what Yahweh is coming back to do. He's coming back to abolish, all your idols, right? Your so-called Buddha, so-called Jesus Christ. Okay, abolish, yeah, which means to abolish, to change, to alter, um, to overstep, right? To basically to throw down, right? To cut off. That's a good definition here. To cut off. Okay, right. So I'm gonna get here in um, Wisdom of Sodom, right? It reads Wisdom of Sodom 13. Wisdom of Sodom, definitely goes into the the idol worship, right? And how our how people Israelites depend on the different things that you know doesn't have any power, things that things that was made, right? Things that you know can't fade away. Okay, so Wisdom of Solomon chapter 13 verse 1 reads, "Surely vain are all men by nature." Okay, all men are vain, right? When you were vain up, I mean empty, fertile. See, too proud of your own appearance, right? So all men are basically proud. That's why we have to pray that we aren't proud. Okay, because it is by nature, right? When you are, you are in the when you are in the fleshly body, when you are in the carnal body, you are proud. Okay, you're gonna have a little point. We all been proud, once in our life. It can be over simpler things, right? We have all gotten proud. You know, um, who are ignorant of the Most High and cannot out of the good things that are seen know Him that is, neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster. Okay, so our people don't acknowledge, Yahweh Shai, people don't acknowledge Yahweh Shai for the air they breathe, for the sun, for not for some, yeah, for the air they breathe. Our people don't worship Yahweh Shai. Okay, so they don't acknowledge the workmasters, of these different creation, of the different trees, the different animals, but deem either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars or the violent water or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the world. Okay, so they deem either fire or wind, so they trust in fire, or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars or the violent water or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the world. Okay, you have the sun worship, you have, and the sun worship is a big one. Okay, this is why people deem as gods. Okay, with those beauty as they've been delighted to them to be gods, let them know how much better the Lord of them is, for the first author of beauty has created them. Okay, you know, because the Lord is way the Lord, how much better the Lord of them is. The Lord should be the Lord is great. It should be praised. When you go back, I believe it was in either, I believe when you go to the three holy children in the Apocrypha, it goes back to, praising the Lord for basically making those different, the sun, making the wind, right? You know, because it is the Lord who should be given the praise. It's the Lord who should be given the praise. Okay, just put it plain and simple. The Lord is the Lord who deserves the praise. Okay, He's the Lord who should be honored above the wind, above the air. Okay, because He controls it. Okay, you know now people don't have the eyesight to see that. But if they were astonished at their power and virtue, let them understand by them how much mightier is He that made them. Right? Because like I just wanted to, the Lord who made them, the Lord is, to be praised and worship over, should be worship and praise, over those, over, the basically the different things you see on a daily basis, you know, because it's the Lord who controls them. Okay, the Lord who controls. He's omnipotent. Okay, you know, He's infinite. Okay, he there's no end, you know, to his power. Okay, for by the greatness and beauty of the creature, proportionable the maker of them is seen. Okay, right, proportionable. Okay, so basically, it's going to, that, the Yahawah, he is why I say he had made man in his image, right? And, Yahweh, so that means Yahawah, he have everything that we have. Okay, you know, so let's see, skip down a verse. But miserable are they in dead things in their hope. Okay, so but miserable are they in dead things in their hope. Our people trust in the dead things, right? Anything that don't have any power. Who calls them gods, which are word gods, which mean a power, you know, a false god, right? A lowercase g, okay, which are the works of man's hand, right? Gold and silver. So go back to your money worship, right? To show art in, right? Let's see. In in resemblance of beasts, okay, or a stone good for nothing, the work of an ancient hand. Okay. So these are why people put their trust in. Okay. See, I'm gonna jump down to the 14th chapter. 14th chapter. I'm gonna start verse 8. But that which is made with hands is cursed as well it as he that made it. Okay, he made it, and it because being corruptible, it was called the Most High, right? It was called, they put these different things over Yahweh Shah, right? This is what Yahweh Shah come back to do. He come back to destroy all the idols that they, you know, um, that they because they were corruptible, just means something that is, um, something that is, you can basically see, right? Ultimately, that what that goes into, right? So this is why people like to worship the things that they are able to see, right? I don't because being corruptible it was called the Most High, for the ungodly in his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High. Okay, so the Yahweh he hates the ungodly, right? That's why in Isaiah 2:14 or 2:14 says he come 2:17 he says he come back to basically make their proud low, right? And to have his name exalted in that day only. Uh, for that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Okay, so therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be visitation, because in the creature of the Most High they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. Okay, because a lot of people start worshiping the false gods, they will fornicating, right? They'll prostitute, they'll playing hard at. Okay, for neither were they from the beginning, neither should they be forever. Okay, right? Because the Abbas is going back to bring her in, right? He's coming back to abolish these different idols, okay? To cut off these different idols, okay? Because they wasn't here from the beginning, right? They was something that was made, they was made, they was something that Yahweh Shai he put in plan, right? And the angels, that was basically, carrying out that plan, okay? For by the vainglory of man they enter into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end, right? Is why you have your so-called Jesus Christ, Jesus Christos, that was a vainglory, there was basically a thing, a God that had entered into the world made by men, okay? Your Buddha, okay? Your money, right? Your different, your phones, they're coming shortly, they're going to come to an end. We'll jump down to the 21 verse. And this was an occasion to deceive the world, for man serving either clemency or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stops the unchemical name, right? I'm going to read that verse again. So the 21 verse. And this was an occasion to deceive the world, for men serving either clemency or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stops the unchemical name, right? So this is what people did. They subscribe, right? To stones and stops, right? And these things cannot speak, right? These things are incommunicable. Well, they're able to communicate, right? Let's see. 27 verse. For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. Okay? So, for the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. For either they are made mad when they be merry, or prophesy lies, or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves. For in so much as their trust is in idols which have no life, though they swear falsely, yet they look not to be hurt. Okay. And this is what people do. They trust in idols that do not have no life. Let's see. It's like I'm just reading this in the hard copy. Dirty verse, how bit for both causes shall they be justly punished, both because they thought not well of the Most High, giving heed unto idols, and also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness. Okay, this is what people do. They despise holiness, right? They don't think well of the Lord, right? They give heed to the idols, right? They give heed to the different idols. So I'm gonna read this again. So how for both cause shall they be justly punished, right? So this is what YAHAWASHI come to do. He come back to punish, and ultimately it's it's how the Lord gonna punish our people for worshiping different idols through what? It's through the Ozzy bills, through the chariot, through fire, right? Through fire. Fire is gonna be their punishment, okay? But the reason being both because they thought not well of the Most High, YAHAWASHI, giving heed unto idols, right? And also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness, right? So this is why our people is gonna get punished. For it is not the power of them by wounds they swear, but it is the just vengeance of sinners that punisheth away always the offense of the ungodly. Okay. So ultimately, our people is gonna get judged. Ultimately this idol worship is gonna come to an end. Okay. People are gonna get that judgment. So this is why your idol worship will come to an end. Right. So I'm gonna close out here by giving all honor and praise to Yahweh about your match, and until next time, shalom to that.